Hi, I'm Sophie Shalacy, and we are here at Sundance 2012. And we're here at Village at the Lift, and welcome, everybody.
Thank you.
We're here to talk compliance. So you had your big premiere last night. A little bit of controversy with it. Can you tell me about what your reaction was?
This movie is it's a challenging movie in some ways, and the subject matter is challenging. Mm-hmm. It wasn't something that I was, as the director, trying to make a movie that was controversial at all. It's the questions that are brought up in the movie, I think touched some people more than I maybe expected.
Can we go over what the film is about and what the subject matter is for those who haven't seen it yet?
Sure. The film is based on a true story that I discovered that is about a kind of middle America fast food restaurant where the manager gets a phone call on a busy Friday night where she's very distracted from the police officer saying that one of her employees stole from a customer, and the police officer says, "We can't get there right now," and sort of tries to enlist, sort of deputizes the manager to help kind of patrol and look at this situation. And over the course of the thing, it sort of deteriorates into a woman being held in the back of a fast food restaurant for 4 hours, kind of detained against her will, where more and more bad things sort of happen.
As actors, can we talk about what drew each of you to the project?
As an actor, I was really interested in the idea. I know we've talked about this several times today, that I think at some point in our life, all of us are placed in a situation where we've reacted in a way that we wouldn't have reacted if someone hadn't told us to do so or said that it was okay. We've all done something that we were uncomfortable with and wasn't us. So I think it's a very primal subject, and it was something that I was very interested in connecting to and being a part of.
You are very vulnerable on screen. You're naked through a lot of it. How did you prepare for a performance like that?
Well, it was great. We had a really wonderful, comfortable environment. I felt very comfortable with the cast and very comfortable with our director, Craig. We spent a lot of time together. We spent a lot of time talking about what the shots would be like and what I was comfortable with. And I keep saying comfortable, but anyway, the movie's very uncomfortable. But as an actress, it was quite easy to feel vulnerable, and it was quite easy to go through the motions of the interrogation because I was naked in a room in front of a bunch of people.
Now, is this anyone's first time at Sundance?
Mine.
Yeah? Is it what you expected? What's been your favorite thing about it so far?
I think it's really great to get a chance to talk about this movie, and it's great to get a chance to talk about this movie. We all enjoyed each other last year. We had a great time with each other. Yeah. It's great to be together again.
Great to be back again.
It's fantastic to have such wonderful, lengthy, intelligent discussions about this movie. A lot of people have a lot of opinions on it. We've learned a lot of things today. We've heard other people's perspectives. If anything, it's just been a learning experience.
Obviously, you guys are here working, you're promoting your film. Has there been any specific reaction that's really shocked you?
Yes. I don't know how specific I want to get about it, but there was someone that said something rather loudly yesterday. It was really quite offensive, right. And I never would have thought in a million years somebody would think that, and I never would have thought in a billion years that if someone had those thoughts that they would be so loud about it.
Yes,
right.
So
something
anxious
best kept to themselves.
Share that.
To be specific, it was about nudity in the film. Yeah. And it was sort of, it was the one thing that you would feel that you maybe wouldn't say. I think that it was probably coming from a place of accusing us of being exploitive with the nudity, which is bizarre to me if you look at kind of how nudity works in film and actually how much Dreama and I talked about this. We were pretty specific about why we felt like it was valid and important in this. Mm-hmm. I think much more so than many people that put nudity in the movie.
Right.
So it was kind of, I think, bothered all of us because it seemed exactly the opposite of what we were reflecting on.
And also, one of the things in this movie that I find so interesting, and I had heard you say and other men say, was that it's really weird to watch a movie where you see a naked girl and you're so disgusted by the idea that she's naked, and you're so haunted by what's happening that there is no part of you that is attracted to that. So it was interesting to hear someone have the opposite reaction of that, and I think we all were a little
Well, on the other hand,
shaken by that.
I think it's very exciting to see. Well, exciting is the wrong word. People reveal themselves, and who they really do. And you want to say, Tony, are you knowing that everyone's hearing you? What you're saying right here?
Yeah, he was sort of emotionally naked in front of
And
all
it was
of us.
fascinating, and it
Yeah.
makes me actually have compassion.
Me too. I felt kind of weird
Yeah.
and
I mean, and don't speak anymore
Yeah.
now. Say no more words.
Yeah,
Right.
it was weird, yeah.
But the other thing is, I'm not shocked that some people have that response. Why is the
Well,
way
sure.
that
I mean, of course, that
pornography is alive and
right.
well, in which women are treated just so appallingly.
Absolutely.
And they're not looking for business. It's all coming in. I mean, so I just was surprised that he was in a public place, just letting it out there.
Now, a reporter that we did have at the premiere yesterday wrote a story about it, and I was reading some of the comments that were on it today. And one that struck me was someone who was there, and he said, I sat down for the film. I almost walked out several times. There were several points where I was very uncomfortable, and I almost got up out of my seat to walk out of the theater, but I didn't. And in the end, it was a fantastic film. It's their job to take you on a story. They did a really great job with it. At the end of the day, what do you want people to take home from this movie after they watch it?
That's a really great response, actually. I like wow.
Yeah. I think I think that where we kind of keep going back to everybody is sort of like we all in some ways recognized some element of not saying no when
We could have.
you could have, and I think that that's a very unsettling feeling that is hard to recognize in yourself, but I think that it's sort of important to recognize in yourself. I guess that, for me.
And for people to have a
Absolutely.
curiosity, a deep curiosity about actually how they operate unconsciously or consciously.
Absolutely.
And to just take a look
Yeah.
at that. It's very
And to know that it could and it did get to this point. We are just so programmed into thinking that if somebody is the boss, that they obviously know the right thing to do and protocol in a situation, when in reality, that's not always the case.
We're all human. So. All right, thank you so much, guys, for coming
Thank
and
you.
taking the time today. Great to speak with you.
Thank you so much.
For more on Sundance, check back at thr.com.